Thank you, Sean, and yes, he will make you do the reps.
Rep it up. Thanks. Is it connected?
Yes.
Slow clap. Slow clap. And there's nothing. There's nothing there. Man, that was so good. I hate to disappoint. Why is it not going?
You gotta do it live now.
Unplug, plug again. No, it's not even showing the screen. So.
Turn the TV on.
There.
Turn the TV on. Install it. Unplug it.
There you go, there you go.
Yes. No.
Maybe.
Yes.
All right, slow clap again? Just kidding. All right. So, Schoenmakers, most people can't pronounce it, so I figured I'd spell it phonetically. That's who I am. I'll get a little bit of background about me. I am from San Antonio, Texas, so Texas boy, born and raised. Yeah, holla. But went to Boston after high school, and you say, Sean, why would you do that? It's because I went to MIT, got a mechanical engineering degree, did a lot of mechanical engineering type things at Raytheon. For about 10 years, worked at Raytheon and had a pretty good experience, did a lot of different things, like I said. Then got into business, co-owned Texas Core Buyers. We did metal recycling for small businesses in San Antonio. Currencies to Go was a currency exchange business that I was a part owner of. And have been an Action Coach franchise owner now for almost 11 years. I've gotten more into real estate as I've gotten more successful in business. So I have 8 different doors that I rent out, some in San Antonio, some in Dallas, DFW. So have traveled a lot, been in 29 different countries. I continue to want to do that. Have been to Thailand, which is awesome, by the way. If you haven't been there, I don't know where she went. But, and we coach a lot of businesses. All right, so this is my wife, Crystal, here at the top. We did a staycation the other weekend, did a little dinner. And these are my 2 boys, Jackson and Weston. I don't know where we were, but we were having fun. There's Jackson right there. This was just a couple days ago, and he loves the trampoline. So good for his lymphatic system or something, but he just loves it. This is Weston. He was painting, or trying to paint at least, some Easter eggs. And this was a little facility they went to the other day. So super cute little boys. Okay, what do we do with business owners? A lot of different things, but basically we're helping people build and grow their businesses. Of course, there's a lot of different areas that you might want to improve in the business. What we're going to focus on today is going to be this niche section, which is really focused on increasing revenues and profits. I talk about helping make business owners more money. How do we do that? I usually show you this type of a slide where you can see that we focus on all the areas in blue. We want to increase leads, increase conversion rate, increase number of transactions, average dollar sale, and profit margins. If we increase all those areas with different strategies, we'll get you more profit. We'll show an example where if you increase each of those areas by 10%, you can make a lot more profit. It's about 61% increase by getting 10% increases. So that's the overall how we do it. But Sean, what are the specific examples? Give me some examples, some tangible things. So when we work with businesses, we like to we talk about profit slices. So most people think, oh, I make one strategy change and I make, hundreds of thousands more dollars. It doesn't work like that. You do one thing, you get a small benefit. You do another thing, you get a small benefit. You do another thing, you get another small benefit. When you add all those small benefits together, it's a big benefit. So we're always looking to see how can we get a profit slice out of a business to get more profits. Some people have talked about this today. Pricing. How many people do you know discount? Have you ever discounted in your business, right? People think all the time, oh, 10% discount, no problem, right? 10%, you probably see that a lot. Here's an example. If you actually look at the numbers, you will cringe. This is an example of something that sells for $100. If a business has a 20% profit margin, that means 80% of that $100 effectively is cost, yes? Yeah. So they have 20% of profit, which is $20. If you increase your price from $100 to $110, that's 10%. How much profit do you have now? $30. What percent increase is that in your profits? That is a 50% increase in your profits with a 10% increase in price. How important is price to your profits? Very important. By the way, if you discount 10%, what happens to your profits?
100% decrease.
They go down by 50%. So it sounds small, but it hurts. So when you can stop or get someone to stop discounting any amount, that boosts profits. One example, we were working with an auto shop. They had 3 mechanics that would be billing about 19 hours a day. And so looked at their pricing, their hourly rates hadn't been updated in quite some time. We increased them from $75 an hour to $80 an hour. Not a huge increase. Are most customers going to notice if their bill is $20 more with a 4-hour job? Probably not, right? And they probably don't really care if the service is good. But what difference does this make to the business? 19 billed hours a day times an extra $5 per hour times 5 days a week times 4.33 weeks in every month is how much in profit every month? $2,000 a month. Times 12 months is 24 to 25 grand of extra profit, right? Very small difference, 25 grand. What can you do with 25 grand of profit? I will pay you your $500 later. Yes, you can hire a coach. Guess what? We have a 17-week guarantee. Why do we look at these kinds of things? Because we guarantee to, at minimum, pay for ourselves by finding you some profit slices. So, yes, you can invest in some things. It might be a coach. Could you invest in more marketing? Could you just take a nice trip? Yeah, you can do whatever. Could you hire more help? Maybe work less hours. There's a lot of things you can do with this money, but it's your choice. Solid little profit slice. Another thing people don't really think about, who's got the timer, by the way?
You have 3 minutes left.
3 minutes left?
Wow.
All right.
Not faster.
So, a lot of companies, they buy products and they sell them. They have products in their business. One of the ways to improve your profitability is not just increase what you sell it for, but you could also decrease what you buy it for. Of course, that might take some negotiations or shopping around some different suppliers. But in this example, they're selling something for $12. It costs them $8. There's a $4 profit. If they increase by $1 and negotiate their buy price, if possible, by $1, they increase their profits by $2, which is what percent increase in profits? 50%. So again, small changes equal big differences. Here was another auto shop example. They had this machine they were using 4 times a day, charging different rates for different uses. We just made it a flat $50 price to use the machine. It was a $25 increase per use of the machine. So using it 4 times a day, 5 days a week, that was an increase of $21.68 a month, right? So again, how much of that $21.68 a month is profit? All of it, right? So another 25 grand. So altogether, we've got what, 45 to 50 grand in profits from a couple different strategies. Another thing we want to look at is expenses. If a business is making a 25% margin, if you decrease expense by $1 to get the same benefit in profits, how much do you have to increase revenue? You got to increase it by $4, right? So you got to do a lot more work to get profits by increasing revenue than you do by reducing expenses. Can you reduce expenses to millions and millions of dollars of profit? No, right? There's only so much you can reduce expenses, but it is a good spot to look. And so we had other people mentioned this, a restaurant. We sorted all of their different products and plates and so forth by gross profit margin. Why do we want to do that? Because the way they present it on their menu is going to make a big difference on who selects what. And if people aren't selecting their higher margin plates, then they're not going to make as much money. I'm purposely flipping through. Electrical business had 11 different techs, and they were billing on average 5.6 hours a day. We specifically worked on things to help them increase their billing rate by 0.5 hours per day. Not a huge increase, but that ended up netting this company an extra $7,700 a month, right? So again, small change, 0.5 hours, but adds up to a lot of profit. No overtime was huge. One of our clients, pool company up in Kansas, was paying tons of overtime. And as you guys probably know, that kills profits. So at some point, you pay enough overtime, you could just add a person for normal time, and you make more money, right? So good things to look at. Yeah, lots of other examples, but I'm running out of time. Accounts receivable, another big one. We had a client that saved over 100 grand just by having an actual accounts receivable system. What? Right? Yes. And a lot of other things. But, yeah, okay, that was really quick. Follow-up method. Anyways, all right. So if you want to make more money, let me know. We do that stuff. All right.